So now this is the part that gets most people.
Checking the valve clearance on a V-Strom 1000. Not doing this regularly can absolutely destroy your engine.
I'm gonna start by taking all these plastic shrouds off, pull the ground strap off. The back of the tank will just pivot up. Grab the screen clip and pull it down. Put a rag over that and pull it back. Just remember, pull on the connector and not on the wires. Mark them if you want. That's a big tank. Should give us enough room to get that valve cover off so we don't have to drain the coolant. Put your trusty chum pad in there. So now you can just pull the radiator up and away. There's no pressure on it. You don't want to be bending the radiator or anything like that. And make sure you blow out the spark plug holes really good. So blow it out, loosen the plug, and then blow it out again. Because the plug could loosen any dust around it. Plugs look pretty good. So you're looking for any kind of melted or super sooty or dirty electrodes. These are pretty good plugs, so if it's a nice sharp corner on there still, you're still good to go. These ones are a little trickier. You basically just build it in there, stick your socket in there, extension in there. Use your trusty magnet to get that plug out of there. Pop this cap off to spin the engine over. These guys you do not want to strip. Rotate the engine over, and to get top dead center, goes intake, and then you're on your compression stroke. And the piston should be coming up to the top now. And this cap here has the timing marks under it. There's a line, it says T or F, and then on the side, there's the mark in the case. So intakes, we got 4 to 8 thou. I use go or no go. 4 thou fits, 8 thou doesn't. You're good to go. The same with the exhaust here, we got 8 to 12 thou. So when you get thicker feeler gauges, it's easy to actually jam it in there and actually compress the valve. So you just want to make sure you're just checking the clearance and you're not forcing it in there like that. And if 8 thou feels a little bit tight, then try 7 and kind of see how it feels. 7 thou goes super, super easy. 8 thou is good. So I think this one's probably rated 8 thou. This one's closer to 9 or 10 thou. So this guy's on the tighter end of the spec by maybe a couple 10,000ths, but we're still in spec, so we're good to go. So now this is the part that gets most people. They don't get the gasket all the way into the groove, and usually back there they'll just crush it down and it'll end up leaking on you. So it's hard to see that bottom corner there, so you can actually just measure, make sure they're all the same. This back corner is a tough one to see, so 4.2, so I think we're good. So 8 Newton meters. Do not over tighten these. Torque it in a crisscross pattern. You're not gonna be able to see much up here, but same deal. Intake, the lobes are gonna be facing out away from each other. The other one, the lobes are kind of facing towards each other. These valves are actually all good. If you do need to adjust your shims, then you can actually just mark your cams. You can either scratch them or use a paint marker or something, and then you just pull the journals out, use your manual, and pull the buckets out, pull the shim out, measure it, change your clearances. You can look at the valve clearance adjustment on my channel of it for the CRF 450. Same thing with measuring shims and changing shim thickness. These ones are easy, no cam change, just slap it back in, and make sure you don't move the engine or nothing like that. Make sure it's still at top dead center when you're putting it back in. Torque those cam journal covers, and those are very easy to strip as well, so make sure you use your torque wrench. So when putting your spark plugs back in, you gotta watch when you're installing them not to drop them, or else you'll actually decrease this gap. And I've seen them where the electrode will hit the tip here and it won't spark because there's no gap there. And make sure you torque it to spec. Torque these about 20 Newton meters. Put some dielectric grease in there if you have live in a humid or ride in lots of water. Just put a little bit in the cap. Make sure no water gets between the connection points of the plug and the plug cap. You got to make sure you're past this little ridge in here. I don't know if you guys can see, but that green thing catches on the ridge there. Make sure you can't pull it off.
If you guys made it this far, congratulations, and let me know in the comments if you are a taco or a burger guy.